Hi, welcome to my channel. My name's Bailey. I hope you're having a fantastic day. So, today I'm here to talk about 2019 because 2018 is steadily approaching its end. And we are here, or at least I am, here to embrace 2019 with open arms. And my reading life is also here to embrace 2019 with open reading arms, okay? Because 2018, decent reading year. Honestly, like, if I do a favorites and, like, least favorites books of 2018 video, like, it was a pretty good year. Like, there's only one or so books that I can really say that I really disliked. But, like, we're not here to talk about that today. We're here to talk about books that I have not read, that I am determined, confident, that I will achieve reading status with in 2019. So these books, there's 3 of them. And there's various reasons why they haven't been read yet. And some of them are more recent releases, aka one of them is a new release from 2019. Sorry, not 2019, 2018. And the other 2 are kind of older ones I just, like, haven't got to yet. And one of them's more frustrating than the other. But we're not into that yet. Because also, we're going to have my 2 most anticipated releases of 2019 at the end of this video. Because I only have 2 at the moment, and that's just what we're going to go with. So, those will be at the end. But let's get into it. I'm going to turn on my lights because I forgot to. I don't know why, but, like, Christmas lights make me happy. Like, so genuinely happy. Just, like, seeing the colors, the lights, makes me just happy. So, let's get into this. I think, like, that was a too extra intro. But let's just do this, okay? The first book I'm here to talk about is... Should I do, like, the fun booktuber thing where I, like, throw it and then jump cut it right as, like, it falls? I feel like I should. Heartless by Marissa Meyer. So, this book I think came out either a year ago or 2 years ago. I'm not really sure at the moment. But I picked this up right when it came out. I have the hardback somewhere, but I like paperbacks better for reading, so I have the paperback because it's really pretty. Anyway, as you can see, I've kind of read half of it, and there's a really specific reason why I have not completed this book. And it's not because I don't enjoy it, because I've enjoyed everything I've read of this book. It's super good. Like, it's an Alice in Wonderland retelling, which I love Alice in Wonderland so much. Just, Wonderland itself is amazing, and the Cheshire Cat is, like, I love him. Love that so much. Anyway, we're not talking about Alice in Wonderland, we're talking about Heartless. This book is by Marissa Meyer, obviously, and I love the Lunar Chronicles. It's one of the first books that got me into reading. And I love Renegades, also by Marissa Meyer. And so, I can't finish this book, and it's not because of the writing. It's not because of, like, the story. But there's a spoiler I know about something that happens at the end, and I'm not ready to read that. And so I've just been putting it off, even though I really liked what I've read of this book. So I'm determined. 2019 is the year I'm going to read it. Because I have a friend, her name's Ava, and she read this book and she absolutely loved it. And I'm not even sure, like, I'm trying to read it. I'm going to. Heartless is about Catherine, who is a baker, and all she wants is to open her own bakery, but her family has other plans, more like her mother has other plans. And so she kind of gets involved in, like, the court and, like, the kingdom, because the king is also very infatuated with her, let's say, and her mom wants her to marry him. And so this is the whole struggle, and then she meets a Jest, who is the court joker / a jester, whatever you want to call it. And it just kind of goes along with them in Wonderland, obviously, which I love Wonderland so much, like, reading about it is so good. Anyway, but yeah, that was a really bad explanation, but, like, I tried. Hopefully I'll have better explanations for the other ones. But anyway, Heartless, you know, it's a wild ride, and I'm going to try and get this one done. Let's try. Yes. The next book I'm going to talk about is Kingdom of Ash by Sarah J. Maas. And this book, oh, this book. It came out on October 23rd, 2018, aka my birthday. And I got it right that day and read 69 pages right off the bat, and then I stopped reading it right off the bat because I was bored, and I didn't want to go on with it and not enjoy it at all, because I could tell I wasn't going to enjoy it at the point when I was reading it. And I wasn't ready for the finale of the Throne of Glass series, the epic Throne of Glass series, to really just fall short for me. And, like, if it does fall short the next time I read it, well, then so be it. It won't work for me. But I'm going to give it another try, because I don't want it to suck, because this is a hefty sister. She's hefty. I don't want to go through this, like, whatever, 900-something page book and hate it. even though that might be my reading mood that's making me hate it. So we're gonna wait until we're in a better mood for that. Because these books, let's face it, there's like 3 of them, and like hefty. Not gonna read this by the end of 2018. Like, let's just be reasonable. But I can't really say a synopsis for this other than it is the finale of the Throne of Glass series, which you can see I'm a fan of Sarah J. Maas. Like, there's a lot of her books on my shelf. But it's the finale of the Throne of Glass series, and it's following this lovely lady. I'm following all of her characters from the series, and this is a very bad explanation again. But the Throne of Glass series, the first book, the synopsis basically is there's an assassin named Selena Sardathian, and she has been imprisoned for being an assassin, pretty obvious. And now she's going to compete in a competition to become the king's champion if she wins. And after 4 or so years, I think it was, that she will win her freedom and be able to roam free again. Woohoo. So much fun. So that was like Throne of Glass, and then you get through the books and it's like, it leaves that plot behind, if you kind of get what I'm, catch what I'm like sliding at you, okay? But yeah, Kingdom of Ash, trying. We're gonna get there. Maybe. Okay, this last book gives me so much pain. And it's a very, very hyped up book, and everybody, most of the people I've seen read it, like, love it, or like, at least enjoy it. And I've tried to read this book, I think, 3 or 4 times. And I've never made it past the first chapter. And that, my friends, is Six of Crows by Leigh Bardugo, the first book in the Six of Crows duology. And I've had this book for a while, and I've only every time I try to read this book, I never get past the stupid Juiced, that's his name, I think, Juiced chapter at the beginning. He has 1 chapter at the beginning, and I'm just like, I read it, and I never get any farther. Never, ever, ever. I get no farther than it. And it frustrates me so much because I've read about Juiced so many times. I'm sick of Juiced. I don't need to know about his mustache anymore. He needs to just walk away because I want the actual plot. Because I've heard stuff about it. I've heard it's like full of badassery and awesome characters and awesome like squad. So like, I'm ready to read that. But I never get to it. And it's very upsetting. What I know of this book, and I'm not going to read the description again because I'm lazy. It's about this group of 6, like, criminals of some sort, and they go on a heist. Maybe I should read it. Basically, it's like a crew of heist people. Crew of criminals that are going to go on a heist in this book. It's a heist book. It's fun. I've heard such good things about it, and again, my best friend, Ava, she's read this book and she enjoyed it, and I think I'm going to borrow her paperback copy of it because, I don't know, I think this copy of Six of Crows is just cursed, and so I'm just gonna like read someone else's because sis ain't gonna buy another copy, but sis will read a different copy. That was a crappy explanation and a crappy chat about it, but let's do it. These are the 3 books that I am determined to get rid in 2019. Whether or not I want to, I must. I must for my own sanity. So yeah. Kingdom of Ash by Sarah J. Maas, Six of Crows by Leigh Bardugo, and Heartless by Marissa Meyer. This is the goal. These are the ones that we're going to get done, okay? That's enough with them. Now it's time to get into my most anticipated books of 2019. The first book on this list is Wicked King by Holly Black, which is the sequel to The Cruel Prince by Holly Black, which came out this year. And The Wicked King is coming out in January. Let me check the date. So, The Wicked King is coming out on January 8th, 2019. So, it's like right in the new year. Right after all the New Year's partying is over, we get that book to come out, which is nice. Also, it comes back out on the day after I get back to school, which is very upsetting. Like, why? I don't know. Disappointing. It's fine. We'll make it do. But it is the sequel, as I said, to Cruel Prince, and The Cruel Prince is a book that I really enjoyed when I first read it. Now I have some conflicting thoughts about it, but I still it was entertaining still, and I still enjoyed it. I don't know what my star rating would be now. I don't know what I rated it before. I don't even know anymore. It was a high rating for me, but I feel like it would be lower now just because I've thought more about some of the stuff I read in it. But needless to say, I will be reading the sequel because I'm invested in Carden and Jude's story, and so really gonna read it. But The Cruel Prince follows Jude, who is a human who has been thrust into this fairy world, and kind of just her dealing with being a human in a world with such powerful beings that are constantly looking down on her because she is a mortal and a human, and how she kind of deals with plot stuff. How she kind of deals with being like bullied by these fairies at school, and one of them being Carden, who is a prince, who is, I don't know, as you could probably guess, the cruel prince. That's not his title, but that's who they're referring to. But he's kind of just thought of as this super cruel guy who is just merciless and whatever and whatnot. And basically her delving into the world of the fairies that she doesn't really... And she kind of gets like thrust into the world of the royal family, which is Carden and his whole shebang, and they are a mess. And just kind of her dealing with that. So, what a fun time. Oh, there's some people I just hate, though. But there's some people I do love, like Vivian. Love her. I want a whole book about Vivian, her girlfriend, because love them. Lots of people I hate, though. I won't say who, though, but, like, Vivi is amazing. The next book on this list is Crescent City by Sarah J. Maas, which is her new novel that's coming out. I need to search up this, too. There. It doesn't even have, like, a cover, so it's just, like, it's chilling out there. It just says 2019. So there's a good chance it won't come out in 2019, like it could be pushed back even further, but we'll just say 2019 for now. I do believe this is her first, like, technical, I think, adult or new adult book. And, like, I'm not an adult. But I can read adult if I want to, because I like Sarah J. Maas, okay? But basically, I don't even know what it's about, really. Like, I haven't really in-depth thought about it, so let me think about it. Oh, damn it. Woohoo! So, Crescent City, from what I've gotten from this explanation, is set in a world where humans are struggling. It's not doing good for them. And it follows the main character, whose name is Bryce Quinlan, who is a half-human, half-Sedai, which is a type of fairy. I didn't have to search that up. I just knew. Because I'm knowledgeable. I just read too much about fairies. That's just basically it. Anyway. And it basically takes place after her best friend is killed, and she has to team up with this, like, angel warrior dude. And that's, like, don't take that as, like, actual plot. That's just me, like, paraphrasing what I've read. But they have to team up and then, like, kind of deal with shit. They're, like, hunting down the killers, what I've gotten. They're trying to figure out who killed Bryce's bestie, okay? Which, in general, actually, like, reading that description, because I read it a bunch of months ago when it was first announced, and I haven't read it since, like, the description, and I'm, like, hyped now. Like, I'm ready for this book, because now I'm like, oh, I want to know what happens with Bryce and Angel Warrior, dude. Funny how it works, you know?
Hi, so this is Bailey from the future editing, realizing she forgot one of her most anticipated reads, which is Heartstopper by Alice Oseman. I'll put the cover maybe somewhere. Which is Alice Oseman's graphic novel. It's coming out in February, I believe. And I made it. So I thought I'd just like slide in here. It's like an LGBTQ plus graphic novel, and I'm hyped. So slide them in there. I couldn't leave this video without mentioning it. Okay? Thank you. Because I love Alice Oseman. So let's keep going.
But yeah, those are my most anticipated releases and the books I am going to make myself read during 2019. My camera cut out as I was doing the outro. But anyway, these books have been on my shelf too long, bought them, and then didn't read them, so let's get them read. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want more of my bright personality, then subscribe. I have a Goodreads and a Twitter, at Read by Fire on Twitter and Fire Breathing Reader on Goodreads. I hope you had a good time watching this, as I said before. I hope you have a good day, night, or whatever time you're watching this. I've been Bailey.